I just had a CW QSO with this guy. He's up near San Antonio. Now I'm sitting here copying his QSO with a QRP station, copying everything he's saying. He's saying it's from, this is him. I can't copy some of it. It's too low. QSB. Well, I'm going to stop copying because I'm only getting every other couple of letters because of QSB. QSB means fading of the signal. But I've been sitting here copying him. He's telling this guy he's from San Antonio. He says, you know, fine business on your QRP station. It's doing fine tonight. I am, and I couldn't really see what he was saying there. He's running at 100 watts. See, I can copy it all. It's just I can't barely hear him now. But I had a good conversation with him. I wish he was louder. But I'm really getting where I can just copy CW. Just it's clicked in my head. It's just clicked. And I am copying it. I can even copy stuff that's coming at me pretty fast. I have to write it down though. You know, and I think that's more or less just my own limitation, because if just the way my brain works, if you throw a bunch of letters at me, unless I can hurriedly put them into words, I'm going to lose them. You know, I can say things phonetically like a call sign, November 5 X-ray Tango Charlie, and I can retain that better than if somebody says to me N5XTC. And if they start changing the phonetic alphabet, then forget it. Japan, Peter, Robin, you know, that kind of garbage that undisciplined hams do. It drives me nuts when they do that. They start, you know, instead of Juliet, Japan. The only thing I'll change in a DX is November in my call sign in Norway, because it gets it out there quicker. But if somebody's trying to copy me, I'm going to use a correct pronunciation, you know, the phonetic pronunciation of November, but it is an extra syllable. I really think they need to change November, but they don't want to use countries anymore. You know, I'm not going to use, people use Nancy, but I use Norway, but that's the only thing I change, and that's only in certain situations. But anyway, I'm copying this guy, but QSB means fading. Kind of a bummer, because I was sitting here enjoying their conversation back and forth. So, but the signal's faded. That happens on HF. Especially since he's only in San Antonio. That's a short skip. I mean, he's actually too close. If you understand how propagation works. You're bouncing your signal off the ionosphere, and it's going to bounce past him in San Antonio typically. And there's a lot of factors that determine that. But I'm waiting for them to finish up. I'll try to call him. See what he has to say. The only thing is, in here he's saying UNNINA. He kept using N. I don't get what he was trying to say there. maybe a common antenna there at 100 watts. And then I lost him on this. Was set. What is your? See, there's a lot of abbreviations in CW. That was what is your. UR is your is. I don't know why I had that S in there, but what would be WAT? I could have copied them wrong. And then something is missing. Anyway, that's what I do in the evening. I kind of, if I'm sitting here, I'm relaxing, and I'll do CW in the evening. I don't know why it's a lot of work on your brain, but it helps me relax. Let's see if we can copy him now. Not really good enough. That's the other guy. Let's see if there's anybody on 755. Here's the calling frequency on 40. Let's see if the frequency's in use. Messed it up a little bit. Let's call CQ. Do it the lazy way. Let the radio do it. I recorded this. It does the same thing I'd be doing. See what's sending down there? Nothing. Let's go back to 14. Those two guys are still having a QSO there. Kind of bummed out. I'd like to get involved, but really can't copy either one of them. And the other guy's QRP, which means low power, which by definition is 5 watts or fewer in CW. N5XTC CW couldn't get N M N O C P copy. He's saying, how do you copy? Is T N A T N F I W I can't hear a lot of it. A. M. S. See, I just read you all those letters, and I can't hold those in my head to tell you what he's saying. Some of it I can, but I just have to write it down. And I think a lot of CW ops do that, but at the higher speeds, there's no time to write it down. So you just have to form the words, because you're not going to remember all those letters. Like, you're not going to remember all these letters. You got to put it in a word. Once you get the word will stick. N. Let's see if we can tune them in better. T. M. A. T. A. F. J. P. E. Da, that's a 3. E, S, M, N, F, R, M, A, R, W, H, L, S, P, I just can't copy them good enough, either one of them. The San Antonio station was strong when I had the conversation. I'm just trying to show you what a normal night in CW is. It's, you know, CW involves a lot of picking out of those weak signals. I have headphones here that I can plug in. Of course, then you can't hear, but that helps me pull them out. But that's what a lot of CW work is reading weak signals and trying to put a message together. You might have to skip a bunch of letters because of QSB, but you write it down and the message comes through. That's what it's all about. It's not always 5x9 signals. We're clear.